Hi there everyone, this is a new channel. I'm going to look at what's happening with Virgo in the month of November. Of course, if this reading resonates, please like, share, subscribe and comment. If you would like a personal, my details are in the description box below with a link. What's happening with Virgo in the month of November? What's happening with Virgo in the month of November? So it's a very successful month for you overall. We do have a Mercury retrograde in November, and that's causing difficulties across the signs. But since Mercury is ruled by Virgo, it looks like you're going to get through the month okay. Because it does show the mastery here. And I feel it shows the mastery because Mercury is in quite a strong position to cause havoc. But it shows that Virgo may have some difficulties at the beginning and in the middle and at the end of November, but basically compared to other signs, you're getting through November relatively unscathed. At the beginning of November, Virgos will have to deal with some heart-to-heart issues. Could be that you're having a lot of difficulties in a love relationship. There could be arguments if you're in a partnership. If you're a single lady, you could be finding it hard to get out there and date men. If you're a single man, you could be having difficulty with the women you're seeing, because it is causing you some heartache. It's like you meet a lot of people, but they always appear to be heartbreakers in some respect. And it's caused difficulty in your love life. It shows in the middle of November there's improvement in that area, but you still have hoops to jump through, and it's going to cause you to become upset at the beginning of November. You could also be having challenges in your family life at the beginning of November, because there will be arguments. I feel though, in terms of your career should be taking off in the middle of November, but for some reason you don't feel strong in your career. It could be reflective of the fact that you don't have a really good balance in November between your family life and your career life or your job life. It's like if one's up, the other is down, and it throws you off. But if you are looking to move jobs or find new opportunities in your job or career, the middle of November is the best time for that. Basically, you are the master of your domain and your star is rising. You're taking a very cold approach to whatever's happening. I think you've rationalized your situation to a degree. So all of these difficulties, which could otherwise be quite great or cause a whole lot of emotional distress, seems like water off the duck's back for you. So I get the impression that unless you have other signs that are complicating your emotions, Virgos are being very logical about the challenges they're going to have in November. In the second half of November, because you've had these challenges, you might be deciding to separate yourself from either people in your life or from relationships or from people you're dating. You take some type of hard decision on something in terms of your personal life, because I feel in the second half of November you're feeling a little deflated because of what happened in the first half of November. Because in the first half of November you feel it's all too hard and you only pep up in the middle of November to sort out your successes. So there's opportunity for you to be happy in November, because I feel that a part of you is showing real leadership in November. And that's why you're able to focus on your success in the middle of November, after such a hard time at the beginning in terms of your personal life. I don't think it's so much in terms of your career. There is some expenditure at the beginning of November. You will be spending money, but it's only because you're in a situation, and I feel that you go and have a good shop to alleviate the condition. Because it shows very much here you're about to take flight, but you're not in the best frame of mind for it. It's like Virgo has shut their emotions down completely, and it's only until the middle of November that your heart melts. Because it shows ultimately you will be taking everything in your stride and you will be succeeding. But there's also sadness here, some kind of challenge in relation to your emotional life or your personal life, which deflates you. Because at some point you think to yourself that you can't win. Because the overall energy of the deck tells me that you are going to win, that you will succeed, that you are an experienced person, that you can work through those challenges. But I feel just dealing with them tires you. That's the strong impression I get in November. Because you are going to decide on, if you're in a marriage that isn't very good, you are going to decide on a permanent separation in the second half of November. And that's the same with a relationship or an association of any kind, a career also. In the second half of November, you are going to decide to leave a career that isn't good for you or a job that isn't good for you, and you are going to move on. It will cause you some sadness towards the end of November, but ultimately it says you're going to do what's right for you, because you are the master of your own life and you feel that. It's like some people carry on and they don't feel like they're very strong as an individual, but it shows in November that Virgos do feel strong. They do feel that they can work through the challenges that are presented to them in November. They do feel that if they're having problems at work or problems in their personal life, that they can make the hard decisions. But it also says that those decisions cause a little bit of sadness in Virgo, because you've tried so hard, particularly in your personal life. I feel you've tried very, very hard. And that's what disappoints you ultimately in November, but that's what Mercury retrograde does. It mucks things up and it causes turmoil. So you take a good hard look at yourself and you make changes where you have to make changes so that you can realize your success, basically. And there is some adjustment in a Mercury retrograde because it's such a harsh energy. But it's also clearing the debris, knocks everything down, and so you have to clear it. But once it's cleared, you move forward. And these cards are saying that once the debris is cleared and you make a firm decision in the second half of November, that you are going to move forward. You're also going to shut your eyes to all the white noise in this association or these associations that are bothering you, whether it's personal or professional or job-wise, because you feel strong generally. Towards the end of November, you have to be wary. If you're out there dating and you're single, you have to be wary about a person that is a cheat. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. That's the astrological sign of this person, quite potentially. They are very charming and they are very handsome. And you do feel happy around them, very happy. But there is the potential that this relationship could teeter on the brink because it shows potential success. But this is a person with habits. I feel that ultimately you will choose to break this off if you suspect it's a third-party situation, but I really feel this person wants to prove themselves to you. They do have those habits, but it's like they've mastered them. So it's telling me two things. It's telling me to be discerning. So Virgos have to be discerning. If they feel this person isn't right for them on a career level, job level, or personal level, whatever it may be, they should make the hard decision. But if they feel they could be happy with this person and that you could work through that issue, then, or issues of infidelity, or work out a third-party situation, or whether it's a third-party situation, and talk it through and try and ameliorate the situation, then you have a good chance of making it in this dynamic, in this relationship. But you have to be forgiving, because I feel that Virgos, sometimes they're not so forgiving because they're very grounded. And to have a partner or a boyfriend or a girlfriend that potentially cheats on them or has that reputation, even though they're as sexy as fuck, doesn't suit Virgos. And if you have a lot of earth in your chart, it's not going to suit you. And I feel that's why this association is going to teeter on the brink. And you're going to make a decision. It's going to be very subtle. I don't think like Virgos are going to shout at this person or be firm with them, overly firm. I just feel that you will move away from this association in a very loving way if you feel it's not right for you, but it will be based on your morals. However, there is a potential there for a successful relationship and for this person to be faithful to you. But there's also arguments there, like there's confusion, there's passion, there's potential deceit or the thought of deceit. There's you close your emotions to this person's potential to hurt you. And I feel you've got to look at this person with open eyes, because they are in love with you. They just have a reputation. But I feel that once you come across this person, you'll know what I'm talking about and what I'm meaning about having to make a decision about them. But definitely if you're in a partnership that isn't going too well, you'll definitely be broken up by the end of November, because I feel that that decision has been in the works, and at the moment you're just fighting through and you're swimming in your emotions and you're trying to find a decision. But it says that you already know what that decision's going to be. You just feel a need to fight it out some more. You are fighting your feelings on the matter. And that's in relation to whoever new is going to be in your life. You are really fighting your feelings. You don't want to make the hard decisions. It's just that I feel that you're the master of your domain, and you don't want to be with a type anymore. You want who you want. And if that type is maybe, has a reputation and does not suit your needs, you're going to really clamp down. But I feel that's also the struggle with Virgos as well, with their emotions, because they can't see the way clear. You'll be happy in the middle of November. You'll be feeling deflated though about these constant decisions that you have to make in your career, in your job, and in your personal life. You don't want to fight on. It's not in Virgo's nature to have to fight on like a fire sign or to enjoy doing that, but you've had to fight on like a fire sign, and it's really challenged you because you need a very serene environment in which to operate, and you haven't been granted that serene environment. So I feel that Mercury is not going to hit Virgo like it is going to other signs, but it is going to bring you to some type of realization. That's what it says very clearly in these cards. But it will keep you stable. The retrograde will see that you're stable, but I feel that's just a mark of respect because Virgo rules Mercury, or Mercury rules Virgo, really. So I feel that the planet's not going to cause too much disrest to its own, but it's going to push you where it needs to push you, but in a very intelligent way. And I know I'm talking in a third party respect, but that's what it is, basically, a planet which potentially can dictate what happens around us, the energies around us. So that's why I'm talking that way. But you will be strong. You'll be feeling very strong in November, despite whatever turmoil you will go through on an emotional level. And even on a career level, something about you is sick to death. It's like you reject being the strength. It's like you decide that, you're not a round peg in a square hole, right? You're a round peg in a round hole. So it's like you can't keep battling on like you have, and you take a firm decision about cutting out those situations which are no longer suiting you. You're finding your peace in November. You do have struggle there, you have to battle through because of the planetary alignment. But there's also opportunity, and funnily enough, the universe is throwing you a hard ball anyway, because they're sorting out your problems by granting you the strength to take firm decisions. But by the same token, they're going to give you somebody that isn't exactly suited to you. If you're single and you're wishing upon a star, the universe is going to sort out your problems, but going to push a person in front of you that doesn't suit you that well on a moral level. and you have to work it out. It's like, because Virgo is very strict in their approach to life, the universe is waking you up to new opportunities in a roundabout fashion. They're saying, we're going to give you what you want in the end, but you have to work through your discrimination, because Virgos can be very discriminating. And I feel that's the lesson with Mercury in retrograde in November. You have to work through your discriminatory attitude. And what I mean by that is that you're very particular and you don't take on board anything and everybody and everyone. So that's why I feel that you're going to put your foot down in November, because whatever's going on isn't suited to your personality and you're going to push back. Okay, so that was Virgo for the month of November. If this reading resonates, please like, share, subscribe and comment. If you would like a personal reading, my details are in the description box below with a link. See you next time.